Sorry, pal. We're out of gas and your engine is boiling. Let's see if we can fix you up here. We'll be back on the road in no time. Stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Domo.引き続きどもです。
Not a chance. I need to find some gas and engine coolant first. I wish. It's frozen shut. Locked. Of course. This loot box contains only some rusty pliers.
サムネの V ってエマーさんですか？もしかして V デビュー？
No juice. No juice.
デビューしても喋らない V ですよ。わら。でも、サムネは私です。ということは V デビューはするんですか
？Locked. Of course. I wish.
ジェスチャー V ですか？わら。多分しないです。わら。
Tiny rock gas station. A beacon in the dark. My tires should still last a couple of miles. Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little.
なるへそ。
If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs, and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could make a nice place for a picnic. Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes. No juice. Out of gas. And the engine is overheated. Terra Incognita Scenic Highway. Next town ahead. Long shot by the sea. Sounds promising. Some of these constellations seem familiar. Or do they? If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs, and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could... Dad used to say, no way, a hidden replacement key. That was too easy. As if it wanted to be found. Locked. Of course.
どういうゲームなのかがよくわからない、わら。同じく、です、わら。
Locked.
電池で窓割るのかと思った。わら。
Locked. Locked. Of course. Locked. Of
鍵を
course.
使ってほしい。
No juice. wish. Tax investigation. Open the door. Tax investigation. Open the door. Meals on Wheels. Your order is waiting. Hello? Anybody in there? I could really use some gas. It fits. That was almost too easy. It's pitch black. I can't even see my own hands.
ああ、バイクを動かすためにガソリンを探せ、的な感じか。みたいです。クリックで探すっぽいですね。知らんけど。
This must be the main fuse. I know this image. Daytona.
なるほど。
The landscape on that picture vaguely It's a picture of a extra large, no refill. %20 bun, 5% cold cuts, and 75% cling. Looks dusty. Again that ghastly tune. All I have left are a few Deutschmarks. Pretty useless out here anyways. This is the end of nowhere. I wonder if these postcards would ever reach their destination. This one shows a map of the area. I'll take it with me. Quite off the beaten track. Coffee. If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. Electrical cables. Zip. This thing wouldn't take me far out here. I know this image. Now they are working again. Drink up. You must be dying of thirst. Cold as ice. Exactly what I need. Not until I have found a way. Not until I... There you go. Have some...
BGM の癖。あら。
Those pliers won't help me with that.
ふにゃんふにゃんしてて割と好みです。
Finally we can make off again. Oh, come on. Start already. It's that darn oil pump again. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a while.
You sure this is the right place? When's the next bus back to the city? Beverly, I have arrived. I feel spewed out into the most barren, dark void of Europe. All things considered, this could most likely be the best vacation ever. Feeling chilled out already. The next city is like 1,000 miles away. Ah, yes. That's where I am. The bus stop. Brr, looks cold. Its heydays are over. Paddleboat rental, 1 hour. Hades, paddleboat rental, souvenirs, closed. Trber Brook, county. A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been. I wonder what that is. Arrived at destination after a short walk. Trber Brook, a tranquil little town. Seems a bit run down. I must say, Beverly, I absolutely fell in love with this town already. This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons. That is one strange-looking cat. That is one strange-looking cat. That's probably the town's landmark. There's a selection of local Würstebrei, Stippgrütze, Schlachte Platte, Pothoeke, Tote Oma. The mysterious village. Who is into this kind of stuff? Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. The time-traveling machine. Complete nonsense from a quantum mechanical perspective. This must be the place. Small ads, postings, announcements. They're holding a town fair. Exciting. I should check into my room. Evening.
Hey. Nobody there, huh?
Doesn't seem so. Where is everyone?
I saw someone here just a minute ago.
Any idea?
Just try again.
What now?
I would just try again.
Okay, I'll give it a go. That's quite a few fishing rods they have there. Today's menu, nothing. They don't seem to have many bookings. All the keys are still there. this leads to the rooms. Look at all these beautiful people. Must be some kind of ancestor. I should check in. Hello? I'm not going to give up.
Good afternoon. How can I help you, darling?
There's a room reserved for me. You know the lottery? I won a stay over here.
You won? How can you win a stay in Trber?
Well, actually, I don't really remember taking part in any lottery myself. Yet I received this winning notification.
What was the name again?
Name's Tannhauser.
Tannhauser, 11hauser. Oh, Dr. Hans Tannhauser. Oh yes, here we have it.
Say, is it a quiet room?
Seeking some peace and quiet,
Well, I'm working on a text and I could really use some serenity.
Text? Are you a kind of writer or something?
In a broader sense, yes. Right now, I'm writing a paper on quantum physics.
I've heard worse. You arrived just in time for the big anniversary celebration. Trber is a bit noisier than usual around these days. But apart from that, I'd say you have nothing to worry about in terms of disturbance. Here's your key, Dr. Tannhauser. My name is Trude, by the way.
If you don't mind, where are all the other guests?
Let's put it this way. The season in Trber is already over.
I get the impression the season has been over for some time. What?
Please, you've got to help me.
Did that guy just disappear with my paper? Something unusual happened. There was an uninvited guest in my room tonight. Now that he's escaped, I'm going to chase him down. Creepy. Some kind of a sea monster. Must be a local myth. I don't want to go back to bed. I'm on a mission. It seems rather unpleasant outside. I better not. It'll start... Hanging dead animals on your wall is a bit eccentric. At least it seems the burglar didn't rummage through the What a mess. I don't want to mess up the crime scene. What is this? Some kind of... Where did he go? Reception opening hours. Sundays. Darkest night. In the pale starlight, this village appears to be composed of jagged silhouettes and loneliness.
Hey there. Taking a little night stroll?
Someone was in my room.
You only just got here and you already have secret admirers?
No, it was a burglar. I think.
Well, I haven't seen anyone sneaking around here, but if I were you, I would probably follow these somewhat extremely obvious footprints.
You've got a point there. Please excuse me. This situation is growing aggravating. I followed the person who stole my notes into a kind of dead-end street. And now he's vanished. Picture me standing here at the edge of the world, stripped of my writings.
I wonder who on Earth would steal a paper on quantum physics. Do you like ghost stories? It is said that a proto-Germanic cult used to live up here in the mountains. They prayed to the spirits of the forests. I know it's a long shot, but maybe this visitor of yours is one of those spirits?
Those proto-Germans sure had a lot of imagination.
Nonsense, I was just trying to mess with you. What was your name again? Tenhauser? Name's Gretchen. I'm an anthropologist. In fact, those old proto-Germanic ritual grounds just so happen to be my special subject. One of them is supposedly somewhere around here, though I haven't been able to find it yet.
Gretchen, well met. Now that's all well and good, but what am I going to do without my notes?
You know what? I'm going to help you track down that burglar. It looks like he escaped with one of the old gondolas. I bet he's hiding somewhere in the mountains, which, incidentally, is also where I was heading. Come on, you're a scientist. You're coming with me now and you're going to help me find this ritual site. Who knows, maybe you'll even find your evil spirit there. The one with an interest in quantum whatchamacallits. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So what do you say? You with me? Ha! I knew you had the spirit of adventure in you. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. The early bird catches the worm and all that. We have to find a way up the mountain. It would be easiest if we used a cable car. I reckon that's also what our friend thought.
The cable car doesn't exactly appear to be in pristine condition. What do you think?
Don't worry, I'm sure I can fix this.
0 P 半濁点 P すべての P 半濁点 P
I can't fix this. The master key is missing and a weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
The plan. I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be fun.
These binoculars should provide an excellent... I have to insert a coin first. The local gondola lift's hauling cables seem to be intact, although there aren't any gondolas or mining carts attached to it. A smell of oil and soil lingers in the air. It seems you need a special key to get the thing running.
Indeed, Mastermind. Did you already ask around town? Maybe someone there has it.
It's glowing red.
High voltage. There's got to be...
It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination.
Are you okay? Do you have brain damage?
Locked. I wonder what that... Danger. High voltage. This old generator is running at Hello? Anybody there? What was that? Time waits for no man, not even in Trber. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line. Judging by the smell, this was used to transport cookies and... Actually, it's quite a nice table.
Be careful! The table is wobbling terribly. You better keep your This table! It has a wobble! Everything's going down the drain.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
I've been wondering about that cable car.
I don't want to think about the old This wobbling table is...
There's a clothesline up there, right under my window. Looks like it was struck by lightning the other night. Still looks in good condition, though. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood.
「お茶入れなか」
She's the landlady here.
Precisely.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
Being the only guest, I was wondering, how's the season going so far?
Season? We haven't had one in ages.
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off.
I've heard enough.
Anything else I can do?
This is
A family actual.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrial nonsense. Anything else?
I'd like to report it. There was an uninvited...
In our... Oh, let me call...
Thanks.
I will keep...
Truda, would you...
Just a... Here a coat. There you go.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you tell me something about the old cable?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz.
Who exactly is this Baron von...
Baron von Sülz used to run the mine. A philanthropist, and his wife was a flamboyant Baroness von Sülz. You must have heard of her. Anyway, when the Baroness dropped him as well and left, now his cat...
What were they mining for?
An old silver mine, so nothing, and it's been a few years. Then this company took over the...
So why did they shut down the mine?
There is talk and rumors all over the town. Allegedly, people started disappearing without a trace. Tourists, poor laborers without families, the odd stranger. Some folks were also talking about toxic residues in the air and the water. But nobody knows anything with certainty. If you ask me, I'm just glad the whole affair has come to an end. All those rumors have kept spa guests away for years, as you can see for yourself.
What about this mysterious company you were talking of?
They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation. They have connections to the top, if you know what I mean. Way up to the highest circles of power.
What became of the people working the mine?
More and more outsiders came to town. Nobody knows what they were actually doing in the mines. Some went missing, some went crazy. Who can tell? At one point, they even bought the old sanitarium in order to provide housing for their workers. That was before the mine shut down, of course.
I've heard enough.
Anything else?
About the
Sure.
I've heard enough.
Anything?
I'll be leaving.
Make your... By the way, the buffet is open.
There's something funny about that clock. A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic. Is that a maggot? It's having a good time. Modern cuisine. A lump of minced meat garnished with spike resembling breadsticks. Toast looks a bit shallow. I don't want to take this with me, but I love cheese. Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department. I'll save you, my little friend. They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently, a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there. I've already made note. Science fiction. She seems very... Hey. She's almost in it. Hey. She's all...
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me. Didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocket Ship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from another world as well?
Depends on how you look at it. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in star system Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in star system Omega 3?
Berlin is located right in the middle of Brandenburg, so it is worlds apart.
Brandenburg? Never heard of it.
Star Cybernetation Commander Aurora is searching for a way back home.
And what do you do for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
I'm a quantum physicist.
Quantum what? Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
So, do you Berlinalians have any special powers? Can you make things disappear?
I can make nosy kids disappear.
Don't be mean.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
So, what do I have to do to make you tell me?
There's only one thing I can think of. Can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something. Locked. Before you even know, the world lies in ruins. Maybe somebody hid their... Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my... I've already made an end. Supplement. No. No. I don't. Just a hanger. No. There's something lying on the floor. It's a massage rod. Somebody must have misplaced it. This muddle of spots and drip telling more about the... The weather is... In my old flat share, I promise not... Fresh air is... Hilarious, the conqueror of the dragon? This bucket seems to... This cat again. That's some sturdy, full-grown reed. A butte ocker. It might be able to support a... Actually, it... My father used to say the only thing more stable than a beer coaster was... I think I find...
Thank you. What?
Good morning. You've got yourself...
It's heartbreak. Everything's...
Small. They're exciting.
What's this? The table stopped wobbling? Oh, thank you so very much. I was hardly able to focus on anything else but this cursed wobblery. Thank you.
Good morning.
Excuse...
Are you feeling any better? No.
Thank you for asking. But joy? What does it even mean? My life lost most of its joy since Claus disappeared.
Who is Claus?
Claus is my tomcat, an angel of an animal. He was the only one to always remain by my side. But now, he's vanished, without a trace. Everything in this world is going down the drain. Mark...
Was Claus abducted?
I don't know. Then he just disappeared. You can't rely on anything in this...
Any new...
Nothing.
Could you tell me something? So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable. Those met the cable.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to what they were actually up to. But after a few years, they shut down the... Just think of it. They closed down and turned a one...
Who are these
The Millennium Cooperative. A multinational conglomerate. Ruthless, they leave us little family...
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Zölz, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the 3rd District Mayor of Trber, Zölz and Trber, Düssel. Assistant Secretary to the Patron of Trber and the Arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town, driving visitors away with the gigantic machines.
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
The cable car, the cable car! What do you want with it? There's nothing worthwhile up there. Don't bother me with your mumbo-jumbo, will ya? My faithful cat Claus has abandoned me. That's all I can think of right now.
Please excuse me. Oh my. It won't be this easy getting... Good idea. Now I only need something to sedate the little fella. We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call. Meow. Meow. No reaction.
Good idea. Good idea. Now I... Oh, my.
Soft as a feather. I put a nice... It won't be this easy. Oh.
Good idea. Good idea.
A beaut... Am I expected to just use my hand?
Looks like still... Now look at all these fish.
You can borrow one if they have a tendency.
Pawn? You mean... Now look at all the...
You can borrow one. They have a tendency.
Pawn?
She's the...
Priest. Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
No,
As you wish.
Would this be an adequate deposit for the fishing rod?
I'm afraid not. It should be something that attracts attention but has no real importance. Something you can do without while you are on fishing tour.
Would this be an adequate deposit for the fishing rod?
I'm afraid not. It should be something that attracts attention but has no real importance. Something you can do without while you are on fishing tour. Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Yes, that sounds...
Just be sure to...
Well then,
Good catch. What the? Can opener? Good idea. There's this list. You can see all from this distance. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely. It seems you need...
Hey.
I met a woman named Gretchen in Trber brook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car. What was the problem with the power lining?
We have to fix the high... If you touch, we still have to... Anything else?
Yes. So?
The day before, yes. And just saying, the public transport...
Why Trber brook? It's hard to find, but I'm not from these...
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact... And when I finally found them, the people around here are nice.
Something about them seems a bit off.
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any...
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest.
Oh, yes. I know the place.
You've been to the States?
Yes, actually, I had come to New York to it, but then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
A while longer? In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states, Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Catherine, and so on. Then Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago. On and on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Ah, those were the days.
Wow. You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast. The Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of him?
Ah, of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Interesting. Uh-huh. So.
Hi.
Hey.
I wonder what interest the burglar has in...
Presumably not the bride. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
About the cable. And you...
Wire. Whatever. Come on already.
Gretchen, what...
I am conduct that is believed to have said that was some...
What kind...
A proto-German. Anyway, this place where they made exciting.
Okay.
Anything...
No thanks. Well then.
Bye.
I've already made... I wouldn't know how. Good idea, huh? No. Good morning. Any new...
Nothing.
Please excuse me. Good morning.
Morning.
I noticed something.
Speak your mind.
That door over there hasn't been opened in a while, has it?
That's the door to the cellar, where my brother built his little lair. No one has taken any interest in that door since he left. He just took the key with him. Anything else I can do for you?
Have you talked to the...
I gave the off. It's only...
What do you mean?
The police station is... We have to be patient. As soon as the inspector has solved his current case, he will...
Keep me up to date.
I will let...
About the case?
Sure.
Do you have an idea what became of the Baron's cat?
After he had lost the mine, the cable car, if you ask me...
I've heard enough.
Anything.
I'll be...
Make yourself...
They don't seem... There's a brown tube in... Locked. Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a Starlog for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Lenny of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Room 3? That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good. I need to...
Huh. There really is a hidden stash below. Loads of useless junk. and an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes. No. Now it's a case for the metal restorer. I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist. This crumbling socket looks much... Hi.
Hey.
All
right.
Voila. There's a current again.
I'll just leave it like that. Locked. No. Hi.
Hey.
I've already... The last... I put a nice... It would tear me to pieces. It would tear me to pieces. The cat doesn't seem to like you. This crumbling...
There's this verse.
Good morning. Any news of...
Nothing.
Please excuse me.
Good morning.
Morning.
Is there not a single policeman in this godforsaken hole?
God-forsaken? The inspector is in charge, and it has been. A dog had run off. Would you like...
Not really.
Of course, Miss...
About the case?
Sure.
I've heard it.
Anything?
I'll be...
Make your...
I'd rather not.
I need to know.
She seems very... There's a... It would tear me to... This bucket seems to... Wooden fences always... It seems you need a special...
Indeed, mastermind.
I'm sure this will take us up the...
You're a funny man, Ten.
I've already made an... Although a smell...
You can see all from this. I have to.
I noticed a figure on one of the rocks. A hexagon. I can only speculate on its purpose. I've already...
There's a close.
As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectation and reality.
My accommodation, the guest house Farthest Lust, looks slightly more luxurious in the notification. Actually, it's quite...
Good morning. Please excuse me. I've already made...
The next... The bus stop. There's a... every other...
こんにちは。こんにちは。
She's the...
Precise.
Creepy. Must be a... I'm not tired. Before I help. In my old flat share, we used to... I promised. Fresh air is still the preferable way to dry your... The antenna provides TV reception for the guest. Maybe.
I've already...
Hanging. Empty. Please ring bell for... We only serve small pots of coffee. Today's menu. Locked. Science fiction. I'd rather not.
I need to know what...
This can must have...
Locked. A dim oil, some of the... I don't want to take this with... You like this, don't you?
Claws?
Good morning. Any news about...
Nothing.
Any news about...
Nothing.
Please excuse me. Nowhere to run from here, kitty. Oh, I think he passed out. Now I've got you. Is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning. Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups. Yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please, take it.
Hi.
Hey.
About the question.
We need the map. Why don't you anything?
No thank.
Good. I'll try. Something? Good job.
Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top, in case you manage to find a way. See ya!
Hello? Hello? Fascinating.
Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax. Strongly noticeable funnel chest. Hyperreflexia, mood agitated. Patient's condition unclear.
Where am I?
Patient has regained consciousness and appears responsive.
Excuse me, please. Could you tell me where I am?
Patient's orientation to person, space, time, and dimension remains unclear. I have to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling?
Ouch.
Who are you?
I'm just a visitor.
What are you doing here?
I was just about to ask you the same question.
Assuming you knew, where have you been born or assembled?
Assembled?
Have you ever had a déjà vu?
Only that I don't even understand this question either.
Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You are going to have an out-of-body experience in a moment, pal.
Interesting. Please remain prepared for further examinations.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm afraid we can't let you leave until we have verified your right to stay. It's for your own safety. Just knock the door loud and clearly when you feel able to undergo a few more experiments. I'll be there to pick you up. The patient's status remains unclear.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Dr. Römmler, please behave.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far.
They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. Darn, my bones. I'm not tired. An anatomical model of a kind of human. Hey, buddy. Where the heck am I? Fried. A fuse box. I'm feeling a light. Maybe I... It's locked tight. Why, of course. It's calcified. Memories of my dorm. No water pressure. I could use this to climb. I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws. No. A coin.
It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory. The benefits of cap.
He's sound asleep, but I'd rather...
Iron bars? This door... Sanatorium? What a strange... Sanatorium Paradiso, a bucolic sanctuary in the climatic health resort Trber Brook. Beautifully situated retreat, fresh forest air, wooded mountain slopes, established high cuisine. A list of patients. I can barely imagine. I wonder what's in. I need the right cup. The door to the room. Not as long as this. The stairs lead. X-rays. The wonders of science. Ghastly. Construction schematics for a quantum disc. I am a quantum physicist. So many. Maybe I should. A pretty steep downslope. Odd. An aquarium. This place is. I'll take it with me.
No coals. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for a snack right now. I'm pretty steep. As beautiful. Somebody cooked a piece of. I don't want to. No coals. I'm not in the. He's sound asleep. Not as long as... Oh no. My dad always used to say, now it's working. It's calcified. Memories of my dorm. It doesn't have a coin slot. Where the heck? I'm not. iron. You sound as... I need the right... A list of... I can barely imagine... A beautiful... You sound... X-rays. Construction. I am a... So maybe... Somebody... I don't... No... In this place... I'm not...
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First,
I have...
forget. Are you...
Let me go. I refuse...
As you will...
Let me go. I don't want... Let me...
First...
Fine then. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. Could these be the keys to...
I know...
Could you adjust the con... He's going to flick the switch. Could these be the key?
I know...
Could you adjust the control?
Now just get...
If you... Let's start with a sort of what we're going to show, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
A mesh of dots and lines. Like the neural pathways of a nervous wreck. Ever heard of social anxiety?
Fascinating. Second image?
You are aware that all of this is totally obsolete, right?
If you say so. Now focus, please. Image number 3.
A beautiful butterfly. Have you ever been bitten by a butterfly? No, me either.
Remarkable. And we're done. That's that. Mr. Tenhauser, there is no need to play games anymore. It's your decision to make. We both know you'll run out of excuses sooner or later. That's when we've got you. Then you'll have nowhere left to hide. We know who and what you are. Ultimately, it's up to you to take that first step into the right direction. Let's keep you here for the time being. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. They don't rather... I'm not... No call. Where the heck?
Are you...
Let me... Fine then. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move. Could these be the keys? Could you adjust the Could you adjust the contrast settings? Now just get...
If... Let's start a sort of... We're going to... And you will...
A mesh like the neural path.
Fast.
A space, the Andromeda.
Just as image.
A beautiful. Have you ever been bitten?
Remark and maybe you have. Let's keep. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. Fine then. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. Now just get.
If. Let's. Sort of. We're good and you.
The universe. But it could also be a cup of.
I knew. Say.
Cookies, molehills, and daddy issues.
If you say. Now, image.
An angel, or maybe Val.
Remark and. May let. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. It's memory. This door. The door to the room would. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there. He's sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck.
He's sound
asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck. I need the right combination. Sanatorium abuse.
There's something written on...
5078
I need the right combination. I need the right combination. I wonder what's in there. I need the right combination. That's where I came from. Well, thanks. I need the right... I'll try with this code someone left on the wall. Interesting. These seem to be the medical records.
There you are! You must be lost. No more. We are going...
That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. Come on, let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of a sort of... We're going to... And you will... That is unexpected. Second...
Cruelty.
Are you sure? Image number 3.
Unnecessary violence.
Extraordinary. And we're done. Counting in the benefit of the doubt, I think you've just met the criteria to pass. Next up is self-assessment, ranging from 1, very inaccurate, to 4, very accurate. How would you rate the following statements? I often feel controlled by others.
1.
I enjoy carrying a lot of stuff with me.
1.
I don't bring matters to an end.
Good question. I'd say a close 1.
I often get the impression that my life and the world around me is nothing but an illusion.
Holy slumber morale. Undeniably, 4 points.
Thank you. Next, we are going to show you a few colors. Please describe them as elaborately as possible. Let's begin. So, what do you see? Please describe this color as precisely as possible.
This is going nowhere. I'm not playing your games, you sadist.
If you say so. How do you feel about this color? Anything particular that meets the eye?
What's with the numbers? And isn't this the same color we just had before?
Now focus. And what?
Threatening. Like, what if all the mathematics were wrong? What if science was only balanced around hypothetical constants that can't have a singularity at the end by definition? Axioms only put parameters on space-time. They don't constitute them. The cosmos is always as much concept as it is a physical object. What if our brain is denying us to ever find out which is which? Are we done soon?
You know, this isn't really optional. If you had to put a name on this shape, what would it be?
What was your name again?
Just the test. Then you are free to... And this one?
Kevin?
Thank you. That's that. Now a few questions where you have to make a decision. Would you rather have landed in Roswell or crashed on the moon?
This seems to be a good opportunity to point out that I am not an alien.
Would you rather be the only suit at Woodstock or the only hippie on Wall Street?
Excuse me, but I don't get the reference here.
Would you rather be a lion without teeth or a gnu without legs?
What was the difference again? I'm afraid I don't know that much about it.
Would you rather want to have Heinz Erhardt's expertise in economics or Ludwig Erhardt's sense of humor?
Counter question. Would you rather be sucked into a space-time singularity or melt in the heat of a protostar?
Would you rather have your sweat smelling of wet dogs or the taste of onions in your mouth for the rest of your life?
Could you specify how long I would have to endure said rest of my life?
Thank you. Think of your childhood.
If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Are you sometimes afraid of the day your true identity becomes uncovered?
Well, yes. Aren't you?
Do you sometimes feel that everything is just about to happen, while all of it has already been decided?
Yes.
Congratulations, my dear Mr. Tannhauser. You have passed the associative test with excellent results. I have no more doubts that you are a real human.
A real That's what this was all about?
I apologize for the inconvenience, but one can never be sure these days. It's our civic duty to track down and detain these aliens. They are among us. Mark my words, Mr. Tannhauser. You are free to go. Please show yourself out.
I'm a human being, of flesh and blood, and now I'm going home. Aliens? You must be out of your minds. This is an act of illegal detention. I know my right.
He's sound asleep, but I'd rather not push him. I'll leave the key under the doormat.
Where am I? Hello? Anybody there?
終わります。